Hello. For this part of the project, you will need a pencil. I will be using this so you can see what I'm doing better. You will need your paper, and you will need a work surface that you can do this on without hurting the table. All right, let's first start with putting your name on it. Okay, and we're going to be drawing a guitar. Our guitar does not have to be realistic. This is kind of an abstract guitar. We're going to focus on using shape in our drawing. So we're going to start at the top of the paper, and we're going to make something like a square. And then we're going to make an angle line coming down. Okay, now we're going to make a long line down, but if you try to use your hand to do this like this, it's going to get crooked. If you use your whole arm to pull down, it's much easier, okay? So we're going to do that. Just pull straight down. And again, uh-oh, my marker is running out of ink. Now, you have a choice here. So you can make your guitar look something like this. Picasso actually did this on one of his collages. That is what his guitar body looks like. My guitar body is going to look like more like a traditional guitar. Rounded here, or curved. We're using curved lines. Okay, and then we're going to do the circle here. Whoop. My line's a little wavy. We're going to make a few marks to give this some character. This represents the fret lines. If you need to slow down the video, go ahead and pause it until you catch up. All right, we're going to give this a little bit of depth. So we're going to pretend we're seeing it from one side. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this line like this. We're going to curve it in and curve out. And then curve in until we touch the bottom. You can see that. We're also going to put a little mark down here. You could put dials down here if your guitar is an electric guitar. I'm going to leave mine blank. It's just, I think it's where the strings tie in to the rest of the body. All right, for this part, you're going to need a straight edge, and you're still going to need whatever you're using to mark your paper with. We're going to be breaking up the space in the background, and we will also be doing it on the guitar. All right, so find a few places on your paper that you might want to make a line. I want you to break it up at least 7 times in the background. That means 7 lines, and you can do it however you want. I will show you what I'm doing, and then I will fast forward, and you can work on it yourself. I'm stopping when I get to the guitar and lifting up and then putting my pen back down. So that's 2 lines. If you wind up with a place that's too long for your ruler, like this, you will start here. And then we're going to slide this down. We want to make sure we keep that line in sight. Keep it in sight. Because if you cover it, you're going to wind up making a new line. We don't want a new line. We want the same line. Okay, 3 lines. Four lines. 5 lines. All right, we've done that. Now we're going to break up some space inside the guitar. I'm not going to worry about this because this is already broken up, but I think I might want to add those details of the string tightening tool things. I don't know what they're called. We're going to add those, and then I'm going to break up the body of this. I'm going to put this black, or I'm going to paint this black. So I'm not going to worry about making a line through there. I'm just going to make a line around the circles. And maybe again. We don't need as many. This is a smaller space. I just want a couple in here. A few. All right. Well done. We are ready to paint our pictures of our guitar. We're going to be making a monochromatic painting. Mono means one, chromatic means color. So you will pick your own color, just like Picasso picked blue during his blue phase and magenta during his rose phase. You will pick one color. You can pick whatever color you want. You can pick yellow. You can even make orange if you want to make orange. You could make green if you want to use green on your picture. Today I am going to be using cyan, and we're going to talk about color strengths for just a second. Black is really strong. You only need a little bit of black to add to any color before it gets really, really dark. White is very weak. You will need just a tiny bit of blue, and you will turn most of this a different color. It'll be very light blue if you take a little bit. So you want to be really careful about the way you're mixing your colors. We want at least 4 or 5 different values. And one of the things that you can do for monochromatic painting is you can use white and black together. All right, so you can make grays as well. If you're using magenta or even orange, those are both stronger colors than blue. You will need even more white, and the black won't really matter. But you will need, magenta is a very strong color, so be careful with that one too. And green is about the same as blue. All right, so we're going to start. I will mix some of my colors on here just to show you what I'm doing, and I will paint a couple pieces, but then you're going to do it on your own. So watch carefully. I'm going to be taking my paintbrush. It's clean. I have clean water and I have a clean paper towel. So I'm going to make a light blue. So I'm going to take a lot of this white away from that white so it doesn't get dirty. Then I'm going to take a little bit of blue, a little bit more. Okay. That is a very nice color. You can mix your colors on your palette. That might be the easiest way, but you can also try mixing them right on your paper. But what we want is one solid color in each space. Okay, what I mean by that is I don't want to see, you know, a nice light blue and then have a dark blue part over here. We want to keep all of this whole rectangular shape the same color. So each shape you pick, you want to keep it the same color. And you can pick a few different spots on your paper to use this paint in. You don't have to do a different color in every single piece. Okay. I'm going to clean my brush off. Now I'm going to show you what happens when we add the black. All right. We're going to take a scoop of blue. Whoop. My blue is a little globby. If yours is globby, you can try mixing it with just a tiny bit of water. Sometimes that helps. I noticed that mixing it with the black or the white also helps. I'm not sure why my paint is globby, but if you're having that trouble, try this. Try mixing it with a little bit of water and see if that helps. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my brush, be nice and clean. And remember, we don't want to scrub our paintbrushes on the ground. We want them to have nice hair days, so we want to be very gentle. Okay, so you can see how much black, I hope you can see how much black I have on my paintbrush. Very little bit. And see how much it affects the blue? It makes it very dark right away. Mix it really well. Just go back and forth. Okay, and then pick a few spots on your picture that you want to do blue. I'm going to be very careful. I think I have too big a brush to do a small spot right now, so I'm going to do a bigger spot. Okay. Whoop. Hitting the camera. Okay, and then we'll make one of gray. So I'm going to use some white and a tiny bit of black. Here we have the strongest color and the weakest color together. Okay. I think I'm going to go here. Just like that. All right, so you know how to mix your colors, your values. When you're using black and white to mix with a color, you are making different values of color. When you are finished, you are going to have something that looks a little bit, well, this is a pink one, but you're going to have something that looks something like this. All right? Do you see how there's different values in many different spots? And some are the same. We have the same pink here and here and here. We have the same pink here, 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 or magenta. We have the same light pink in these two spots, right? So you can definitely use the same color more than once. All right, I hope you enjoy having fun painting. And we'll come back to this after it all dries to finish making the details show up again. All right, have fun. Good job. Yours should look something like this. Of course, yours will be your own colors and it won't look exactly like it, but you should have different values in each section and it should be a general guitar shape. All right, we're going to go back in with a felt tip or Sharpie marker just to define these black lines that kind of got lost again. So you're going to need the black tip marker and you're going to need a ruler again. Before we start with the ruler though, I'm going to go back in and just go over the lines I can see already. Okay. We just want to make them look nice and clear and crisp. So we're going to go over it really good. Okay. All right, you're going to do this on your whole drawing. You'll be amazed at how much better it will look when you're finished. I messed up on the paint here, but I'm going to fill it in with the black Sharpie marker. So now I've done that. Now I'm going to go with my ruler and I'm going to start doing these lines. So what you want in the end is every line that you made on your paper, your original line, you want it to be redrawn. If you don't have a Sharpie and you have oil pastel, that's fine, or a black crayon. Okay, I made a little bit of mistake because you can see that this color goes over. So I'm going to move the ruler over and make this line thicker to cover that up. Okay, and I'm going to stop when I get to my guitar. Don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to do another one. All right, and you can understand what you're doing now, and I will let you do it on your own. When you're done, your paper should look like this. You can see the lines are darkened in on here. We have finished this project. Good job.